Hey everybody, this is Candy, aka Brown Eyed Girl 69, and a friend of mine just sent me an audio and asked me how me stopping my nicotine intake has been going. And well, Sunday night was the 14th. I went to bed that night. I got up on the 15th, which was yesterday. I had to go to work. So when I first woke up, I didn't do anything but smoke weed. And I went to work and didn't do anything all day at work. Even though it was sort of kind of driving me nuts, because I think it's more of a habit than an actual craving for the cigarette or for the nicotine. I mean, it's probably a little bit of both. Because I usually keep the vape in my pocket. And so, I can automatically just get in my pocket, get it, take a puff, put it back. Because we're not supposed to be vaping at work. So that part is hard for me. Having something in my pocket. But I did put a couple other things in my pocket. So it wouldn't feel empty. I put I don't know where it is now, but I have a little Pop-It. I put that in my pocket, and I think I put a lighter in there or something. After work, and I knew this was going to be the most difficult part, was probably the hardest. Because I can't sit here and consistently just puff on weed, I mean, but I will say this. My vapes didn't all die by Monday. And I said, well, if there's still any in there, I'm just going to toss them out. Well, I'm actually going to puff on them until they die, until they completely die. I also had another thought that these little Vuse vapes, this is like a 5% nicotine, but they also got 2.4 for those people that don't want as much nicotine. So I was thinking about maybe trying to go down to that. And in those types of vapes, these vapes, where you can choose, they don't have flavors. It's either rich tobacco, golden tobacco, which is like a light cigarette flavor, or menthol. Well, I used to smoke menthol cigarettes a long time ago. And I quit and just smoked regular cigarettes. And then I kind of got back into smoking the menthols again. But, if I was to go to the 2.4%, I might switch off and on. I don't know. But right now I've got the light tobacco, the golden tobacco flavor, and that's like a light cigarette. So how am I doing? Well, I'm being more conscious of it. Let's put it that way. So there are times when I want to take a puff. I tell myself no. So I'm more conscious of it. But I haven't quite given it up yet. But I'm not puffing as much as I was. Let's put it that way. So I have to start somewhere. Also, here in the state of Oklahoma, they offer, and I think every state does it, but then again, I'm not for sure. You would have to check with your own state. But here in the state of Oklahoma, they have an Oklahoma Tobacco Helpline. And if you call this number, they'll probably ask you a few questions about your habits and whatnot. How many times you smoke, how much you smoke, etc., etc., so they can try to find the best program to put you on. And they will give you either nicotine gum, nicotine lozenges, nicotine, they're like throat lozenges. I can't say that word. But they're like a throat drop, a nicotine drop. So they have either nicotine drops, nicotine gum, or they have the patches that you put on your arm or somewhere on your body. I don't want the patch because I've done it before, and it kind of made me feel funny and like vivid dreams and stuff. I only wore it 16 hours out of the day though. you know. And I took it off when I went to sleep, and then I put a fresh one on when I first got up. Um, but yeah, so I'm gonna ask others if they can send me a couple of different options. I might try the gum and the cough like drop things, you know. A long time ago, back in the 80s, my best friend, her dad quit smoking, and he didn't want to quit cold turkey, so he went out and bought some of that nicotine gum. He chewed one piece. One piece is all it took for him, and he never picked up a cigarette again. I asked him, how was it that simple, easy for you just to chew one piece of nicotine gum and give it up? He's like, that was the most nastiest tasting gum I've ever tasted in my life. Um, and I don't know, it just did something to me, you know, and made me not never want a cigarette again. So who knows? Now, I think I have tried nicotine gums before, but they taste a lot better than they did back in the 80s. So that's probably why his taste is so horrible and it worked for him. The ones they have nowadays, I think they have them like spearmint flavored and peppermint and all these different types of flavors. If they didn't give it to you in flavors, then maybe a person wouldn't want, maybe a person would quit. If it tasted like a dirty ashtray or like just something really nasty, you know, like a cigarette. See, here's my deal on the thing, is I don't smoke cigarettes anymore, so I don't really smell like cigarettes and stink and all that stuff, but I'm still addicted. You know, I'm still addicted to a substance. Well, my problem with this is I will look it up, and I've looked it up before, so I can't really speak the names of the stuff, but there's a lot of different oils used with this juice and nicotine salts that they put in the vapes. And from what I've heard, the nicotine salt is a lot more addictive than just an actual regular cigarette. But here's the thing. With cigarettes, you got your tobacco, you got your nicotine, and you got all your other chemicals that they put in the filter. And that's what a lot of people get addicted to, is the chemicals that are in the filter. Same thing with the nicotine vapes. They have to use this oil because it's a vape. So they use these different types of oils, and they use flavorings, and then they use this stuff called a nicotine salt, which I guess is a dissolvable type of nicotine, I guess. You know, that they pull out of a tobacco plant or something, or it's like a synthetic version of nicotine, probably, more than likely. They put it into a little container, and of course there's a battery, and it heats it up, and there you got your smoke, you got your vape. Well, that's not very healthy. I don't see how that could be very healthy at all for anybody. So that's why I'm wanting to quit. But the thing about it is, I might not have any other options. I might just have to go cold turkey and go crazy and keep telling myself no. But anyway, that's my response. How I'm doing. I'm still battling it, but I'm more aware of it. And I'm in the process of trying to take measures so I can completely quit and not have as many withdrawals from it. But as far as my solution, helping with the withdrawals, I haven't found my solution yet, but I will let y'all know once I do find out. I gotta call the Oklahoma Tobacco Helpline and find out exactly when I can, what products would help me the best. If any products that they have at all would help me, you know, what they recommend, because I'm sure they have people that call them up that, you know, are trying to get off nicotine vapes. So we'll see. But I'll keep y'all updated. In the meantime, y'all have a good evening, a blessed day, wherever you might be, and we'll catch you, and bye for now.